And yes, we are back. Another day goes by, another day we get closer to Diablo 4. So, today we have Diablo 4, a critical update reveals major feature for seasons, rare monster changes. So let's see what this is about. And if you don't know, it is your boy Kexis. That's me. I'm your boy. Shoutouts to 17 Hurricane. I'm gonna make a guild and it's gonna be 17 Hurricanes. I just feel like it just has like a good ring to it. But yeah, let's hop right into this video. Even if it's just only druids. That'd be so jokes.
So Blizzard just confirmed a very big feature for Diablo 4, which is going to be absolutely fantastic for replay value when it comes to seasons, but is there a catch? Plus, one of the very rare monsters featured in the beta has changed quite a bit, and could we
The
be
butcher?
seeing returning Diablo 3 classes in the future? New comments about that one from Blizzard. Also, will Blizzard ever allow us to change the body type of our class, like having a super muscular necromancer or perhaps a skinny druid? The dev team gives an update about this one. Also, don't forget to enter the PS.
I think it would be, I mean, maybe farther down the line as the game like expands. I think they did a good job on the presets, so I think that's what matters most. At this point, I feel like people are just kind of grasping for straws for things they want to include. And that's kind of the good thing, quote unquote, good thing about a live service like a game, more or less. Is, the changes will come, but in a prioritized manner. Like, no one really cares about that stuff. People are just want to have a fun looking character, cool looking character, first and foremost.
PS5, Xbox Series X, and Switch giveaway by checking out that pinned comment. This one is open to my subscribers on my YouTube channel only, so be sure to check that out. But yeah, let's dive straight into this. First and foremost, talking about that big feature, which is going to be most definitely helpful with seasons, so check it out right here. It says the new Diablo 4 video just dropped, and there's a skip campaign button that was showcased. Thank you for respecting my time, Diablo.
Skip
If we
campaign.
scroll down here, yes, you can see how you can go ahead and skip the campaign. But a lot of people were wondering.
I like it. That's all you have to say. Because honestly, if Path of Exile added this button, the game would be so much better. The game would just be so much better. I am just tired, and I'm not the only one. I just can't, even if the league mechanic looks cool in Path of Exile, I cannot bring myself to play the acts again. Act 1 is fine, Act 2 is okay. Bro, past that, it is just not fun. The jungle really low key is not even that fun. The sewers is really not that fun. Beating Kitava or whatever the name is, it's really not that fun. The only thing that's kind of fun is when you're done with the campaign, when you can get to maps, you can fight lots of monsters and actually just enjoy the game. I cannot stand the campaign Path of Exile. Just thank you. Just thank you. Thank you. It's something I didn't even know I wanted. Thank you.
How exactly
Good
does
Lord.
this
Thank
work?
you.
So yeah, that's the question right here asked to Adam Fletcher. It says, can you explain this mechanic deeper? I mean, if we skip the campaign, we level up to a certain level, or what happens? If not, what's the point of not having the option of gain experience with them?
You're asking too many questions, bro. Just you will find out when you hit the button. It's not even hard. Hit the button, you'll find out. But they probably will just I don't know. If you beat the
Main quest?
I don't know.
Great question. And the answer comes from Don Adams
I,
of Blizzard.
I'm sure they probably have to put you at a flat level, something low enough to start doing your dailies, or yeah, like give you some, because you got to start somewhere. So I kind of that's amazing. That's so good. It's such good.
Who
Good
goes
job.
into super detail about how this mechanic works. First
Good.
of all, he starts out by saying this. As Pez Radar mentioned, this becomes available for your account after beating the Diablo 4 campaign once. Each character can then skip at creation or any time after. But that's not all. We have even further details about this if we keep going. It says this: did you roll a bunch of alts to explore the classes before taking one to the finish line? You could skip the alts ahead or play them through, up to you. Furthermore, he says, want to play just up to your favorite part of the story or to grab a specific quest reward before skipping to the in-game activities?
I love
Go
that.
for it.
I love that.
Also, he says this: the team worked hard to build a high-quality campaign as an introduction and initial journey through the world of Diablo 4. I think it's worth playing multiple times, but we never planned on requiring repeat playthroughs per character or even per season. Once per account. Enjoy.
Dude, I gotta give Blizzard the props, bro. Despite what you may think of them, despite what you may have read on Twitter about them, I gotta give them the props. The game is just panning out to be something special. I said this literally in my first video. The game has so much potential to be something special because the competition is low key just not there. People will praise Last Epoch. People will praise Path of Exile. People will praise Grim Dawn. But those same people, you buy the game once. That's kind of it. You get what I'm saying? You play the game once, play your character, maybe play it twice. That's it for some of those games. Last Epoch is not complete, so I won't. I'm not gonna say that too much. I'm just saying for most people, I'm not talking about 1%ers. I'm not even talking about 10%ers. Most people will probably get halfway through the game, maybe or clear it once, and like, okay, that was cool, $20-$30. Like, let's just give them a chance. Then we can raise pitchforks. But I'm just saying, bro, Diablo 4 is panning out to be something crazy.
So this is going to be so good for those of you that do not want to have the game feel so redundant. And if you don't want to have to sit through cutscenes and cinematics,
space your
that
time
sort
so
of thing,
much.
you will not have to when you start a new season or a new character. So that's great. Now, Lonnie does ask this right here: does this work for new seasons too? And Don Adams confirms, yep. And Lonnie did reply saying, wow, so we can just jump right into the end game and the new seasonal content? That's amazing. Does it just pop you right at your top character's level, or is this a preset level? And Buck responds saying, it's not a level boost. Seasons are meant to be a fresh start, and while you will retain the bonuses you picked up from alters with other characters, you still start at level 1.
That's not bad. I mean, that's
now,
fine.
Don Adams did confirm that this is correct. Skipping on a new character will drop you in at level 1. Skipping on an existing character will retain the character's current level. So there you have it. That's how
I was thinking, because I haven't played the game, so I don't like. I mean, if you can get dailies at level 1 and there's a little area and they scale with your level, I guess it literally does not matter. That's fine. I was thinking probably like level. I was thinking level 10, but that's fine too. Hey, it's fine. Probably level 1 to level 10, if you skip the campaign, probably takes about an hour. Anyways, probably it doesn't take that long. You probably get that in like maybe 30 minutes.
this feature is going to be working
I would say an hour
alongside seasons.
at least,
I
maybe.
think this is great, and it's awesome to see that they have thought ahead so far. Now, we have more questions about this feature because there's even more answers. Claus says this: any insights on what opting to skip campaign will do? Does it remove main story quests entirely and unlock what that gates? What about side quests, cinematics, and cutscenes, which were all skippable in the last beta? Don Adams says this: it completes the campaign and unlocks features gated by the campaign. Side quests are untouched. Cinematics
Nice.
are all skippable, but a bug affecting the beta prevented this action sometimes. Scripted events that played out during gameplay are not skippable. So, yeah, that's great because it is a pain when a game does not have skippable cinematics, especially when you just want to replay it for the gameplay. I cannot stand that. So, great to note there. Now, we have this right here from Thorny, who said, is it not going to be much harder to grind without the campaign? Not sure if and how much XP do we get through the main story? Great question.
So yeah, that's what I was kind of basing my how long it should take to get level 10, because you kind of open up the game Complete like the first interaction, level up. Next interaction, level up. Go to that next dungeon. By the time you clear it, level up. It takes about, can't skip those cutscenes, but it takes that doesn't take that long. So you're at level 5 in no time. Maybe an hour is too much. I would say maybe 2.5 hours. Yeah, sure.
Don says this: the campaign is worth a lot of XP, so this definitely came up in our discussions. Ultimately, we determined that access to all of the side content plus Whispers of the Dead will be enough to level efficiently. So yeah, that just means you are not absolutely required to go through the campaign to get massive amounts of XP. This game is going to have a wide variety of options, it seems, on how you can actually obtain large amounts of XP. And then we have this one right here from Harrison G. Pink of Blizzard, who says this: I'm sorry to say that your favorite Diablo 4 level 35 punching bag Osgar Reed won't be dropping loot other than his special rare mace anymore, plus gold and crafting mats. Those special rare monsters having a regular loot table was not intentional. So yes, of course,
I don't even know
this
what that
did
means.
ruffle a few feathers. Let's get into the replies here. We have Death Mist 18, who goes on to say this: will that change be
Death
reverted for
Mist.
launch though? Only have
Death Mist 18. What a name.
having a singular item would be disappointing, for an elite slash boss. And Harrison G. Pink
Yeah.
confirms no, they are not intended to be farmed, especially since you can rely on them spawning in the same place. They fill a different design niche. So yeah, I think there's going to be so many different ways to farm. I'm
I
not
thought it was
too
niche.
worried about it, but please do sound off
Niche.
if you think this is
Niche.
a bad
Niche.
choice on Blizzard's part. But yeah, let's get into this brand new interview with Blizzard. They go on to talk about a lot of fascinating stuff. Let's dive into that right now. First of all, starting here, says my question.
I just gotta say, so far this is actually a really good video. Most of these videos are like nothing Andy's, but this one is, this one got me kind of, yes, yeah.
Has to do with cosmetics. In Blizzard games, they can range anywhere from mechanically fitting to comically goofy. Will Diablo 4 force cosmetics that stick to the dark tone of the game's world, or can we expect all different kinds in this? Now, Melissa Corning of Blizzard says this: every single piece of equipment in the game right now is specifically designed to fit within the vision and the feel, the gothic horror style of the game. And I think that's great. I don't want anything that is too wacky. Now, if it's themed off of like holidays that fit into the lore, maybe that would work, but anything beyond that where it gets too wacky and wild, I'm definitely not for it.
Wacky.
Just want it to fit into that
What's
gothic
wacky?
horror aesthetic that they mentioned. All right.
How do you just
Keep going. It
how
says
do
a
you define
wide range
wacky?
of playstyles is available through the 5 classes, but can fans of previous Diablo classes like the Demon Hunter find analogous builds with the new system? Such a good question.
That's a good
and
question.
a very interesting answer, so let's get into it. It says, I think you can find some aspects of that in certain ways that our classes play. Like, for example, the Rogue has had a lot of similarities to what the Demon Hunter did in Diablo 3. There's a lot of arrow-based archer fantasy and combat, and they move around really quickly across the battlefield. We don't purposely try to hit everything one-to-one, though, because then it's hard to make new things if all that you're doing is referencing old things. But
Good point.
also, we make something too one-on-one, then that means that we can't bring that class in the future if we wanted to for Diablo 4, right?
Hey,
we don't want to
right?
exclude the possibilities of what we could bring in the future by referencing things too much in classes that aren't in Diablo 4 before that maybe existed in previous titles.
Of course, because when they release these new classes, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. I don't know if they're going to be with the expansion. I believe Necromancer came with one of the expansions in Diablo 3. So, come on, you guys. Come on, bro. You already know what type of company this is. Let's just, if you, I mean, what I'm not, I don't agree with it. I'm just saying, like, just think about it.
So that is telling me that they have interest in perhaps reviving older classes for nostalgia reasons, that they are keeping that on the table for now, and that is definitely a big potential. So sound off. What class from Diablo 3 in particular would you like to see return in Diablo 4? Sound off. Now, I myself would love
It
to
doesn't matter
see
to
the
me.
monk return. I think that would be so cool. I love the monk.
I would just like new classes. It doesn't matter if they're returning or not. I think they will obviously take some of their better mechanics and find ways to introduce them in this game. But I'm just offering new classes, more fun builds, wacky items,
From Diablo 3.
wacky loot.
All right, furthermore, we have this one right here. After the beta, it was the first time people had seen the Druid, and some people had negative feedback regarding their appearance. But then you saw people like Arcane who saw themselves in that character. How does that feedback make you guys feel? Now, Melissa Corning says this: I think we expected a lot of different opinions about all of our classes, but yeah, our goal is definitely for every single class to feel unique, not just through their skills and animations, but definitely through a diverse visual appearance as well. So it seems to me,
And they definitely did a good job at this because if you play the rogue, one thing I noticed is when you dash and roll, like there's like a it's like a certain like she kind of like or the rogue will kind of lower themselves lower to the ground as they come out of one animation and into the next. I thought that was just like so well done. And but when you have the druid, it's obviously a bulkier type movement. Like the earthbending stuff was very like slow. I didn't like it because it was like it really just felt like they were punching sand. So slow. But I think they definitely did a good job of making every class feel distinct in very smart and creative ways.
but they have absolutely no
Appearance-wise, too.
plans on changing the system they currently have in place, and they really don't want you
And
modifying
like I said, they can only add
the
stuff at
actual
this point.
body
So
type of the classes. And there is actual gameplay reasons for this. Check it out right here. This makes a lot of sense to me now. Adam Jackson says this: I'd say one thing also on the gameplay side that matters is that it's important for different classes to have different silhouettes so that you can tell what you are playing. Two people come up against each other like in PvP or out in the world that you can actually tell, like, hey, there's a barbarian over here, this is a sorceress over here. It's something important that we consider when it comes to even gear and how all those things look.
that's smart. I feel that.
It makes sense to me. It's kind of like
It's their
when
design
you have,
vision.
I guess you would say, Team Fortress, and you have the heavy dude roaming around. You know, oh boy, I'm facing off against the heavy, and you know what to kind of expect from that. That's kind of what they're going for here, it seems, that you can instantly recognize what you're dealing with. And that's going to be also very important for PvP.
Fun fact, I've never played Team Fortress 1 or 2. I played CS:GO, but I never played TF2, Team Fortress. But I did play Overwatch. Overwatch, when it first came out, was so good. That's why I know Diablo 4 is either going to be, this is the best it's going to be at release or the worst. There is no in between. So I'm just happy to enjoy the experience.
When you enter into those type of battles. All right, let's keep going. It says with the customization that you can do from getting things from the Codex of Power or with the game, the gems and the glyphs, excuse me, what happened with runes and rune words? Are they still returning for socketed items, or are they dropped because of all these new features that you guys are
I don't know
adding
what
in
rune
Diablo
words
4? Once
are.
again, great question.
Must be from
and we have
D2
the
or
update
something.
here from Adam Jackson of Blizzard, who says this. Yeah, totally. How would I say this? We like rune words. They're very cool. We don't have anything to announce as far as if they're going to be in the game in the immediate future. We do think they're still a really cool idea, and that's all I'm going to say right now. So, no confirmation whatsoever. They didn't outright deny that it wouldn't be in the game. But it
That was a
seems to
good
me
answer.
like from that comment, if I could speculate a little bit, it seems like they might be interested in adding rune words later down the road, years after this game is released. That's kind of my assessment here with this one. Perhaps they want to do something with rune words and the highly requested belt that is missing from this game, and even perhaps sets. So I don't know if they want to do rune words with the belt, sets, something interesting, something new with it. We will have to wait and see what they do with that one. But to me, it's definitely on the table, and it's definitely there, perhaps something that they want to develop in the background. All right, so now it's time to get into your top comment. So Be sure to leave a comment down below. It could end up in a future video. So let's do this. So check it out. Here's my most recent video. It says it's official. Blizzard confirms very big news, but there's concerns, new updates. So let's dive straight into this, shall we? So we have this one from Driz Does Diablo. Love your work, brother. Always keeps me in the loop.
He didn't say brother, he said brother. Love your work, brother.
On the latest Diablo 4 news. Keep it up. You got it. Lots of support and love lately. I don't know what to say, but seriously, thank you all so much. It really does mean the world. Now, we have Sage M who says this. I'm hoping that the sorcerer uniques might include something like cold fire. Fire skills now inflict cold and can freeze enemies at a certain percentage. That could really open up the possibilities for sorcerers synergizing across different elements. Very, very interesting indeed. Perhaps they could expand the system to include this. And Brian R. Thompson goes on to say this. I appreciate that they're turning down the intensity on the skeleton bros for Necro, but I hope that's more of a short-term fix, and at some point they'll actually give us new art. The minions seem more like a holdover design with minor tweaks from Diablo 3, especially when compared to the actual player character. From the looked animations, they just don't fit that well. And one of the biggest ways they can solve this problem is just further offering customization options for your actual skellies. So yeah, if you want them to be like a blood red or whatever, a glowing red, you should be able to do that. I think that would be a great cosmetic option. I don't know if they would throw that into the battle pass. It makes me apprehensive just even saying that. I think it would be cool at the very least to update the game to like go into your Book of the Dead and like choose the customization in that way. So there it is. Thank you all so much for watching and for all of your comments. I wish I could get to every single one of them, but don't worry, I definitely do read through the majority of them for sure. But yeah, keep them coming. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you all next time.
Necro does
Take
look
care.
fun, but I don't know, man. I just wanna do my thing with Druid. But yeah, this was actually this was a pretty good video. A lot of good information. And yeah, another day down, another day we can be excited together. But yeah, that's the video. You know the motto. I appreciate you guys watching. It means a lot to me. Tell someone you appreciate them. Tell someone you love them. And it's just important to, show that when you can. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.